Hi, welcome back to my channel, Talk Tiny to Me, where we explore tiny budgets, big adventures, lots of memories. Hey family, so today I am out doing some RV shopping just to see what's out there. I'm currently at PPL RV stores, like a consignment store, so people want to sell their RVs. They bring them here and then they do it on a consignment basis, and some of them are in pretty good conditions. I've been here before, and some of them need a little bit of work. So I'm just gonna come out here today, see what they have. Still looking for the right RV Class C with the proper floor plan. My floor plan, I need to have the overhead bunk for the kids to sleep, and then I need to have it slide out. I just want to have room. And most of them are brown because they're older. The newer ones, like the 24s and 25s, have the grayer, lighter tones, but those are running 70, 80,000. That's not in my budget. Could I get it if I wanted to? I could, but I'm not gonna do that. So we're gonna come in here and see what they have for today. So let's go check it out. Okay, so again, we are at PPL RV store. And again, as you can see, the RVs are consignment. We're in the southwest side of Houston. Sorry for all the traffic, but we're just right by a major highways. But as you can see, they have tons of RVs, and they have a whole bunch in the back over there as well. And these are most of the Class C's over here, and then some of the Class A's start back there. So we're gonna go in and see what they have. Okay, so one thing I like about this place, they have water and they allow you to walk around and browse on your own. And she said they're having a sale. So let's see what is selling. Again, so they have the towables, these little pods over here. Sorry if the sun is blocking everything. It is a very sunny day. It's early in the morning. It's 9 o'clock. I wanted to get here early before it got too hot, but hot in Texas is relative. And here are the drivables. We're going to start this way. So this one right here is what we call a Super C. So let's go in. All right, so I wanted to give you an idea of what I'm talking about with the browns. So this is mostly brown in here. And this does not have a slide, meaning this area does not slide out. So your walkway is this. So you have very little room in here. And this is the cab over what I'm talking about. So Angel can sleep here. So this is a bed. And when you're in driving mode, this part lifts up and you just put it back. And then they have the TV right there that swivels out. And this is the cab where everyone would drive. And this is what I mean by being so brown. Is it the worst brown? No. Now their slide on this one is in the bed area. So don't pay attention to the mattress because the mattress will be replaced regardless. Because again, this is a used RV. So this whole section slides out, and then this bed part flips out to make the regular size bed. And then this is the bathroom. Here's a refrigerator area. Stove. The bathroom is back in here. Nice size bathroom. Cabinets. So this is not a bad RV. My biggest concern is this doesn't slide out and there's just no room. Just feel like I'm boxed in, and that's not what I want. So let's look at another one. For reference, this is a 2015, and the price on here is basically $40,000. All right, this is a Coachman Freelander 2016, 31 foot, 27, basically $28,000. This one does have a slide. As as you see right there. Haven't looked inside yet, so we're gonna go and look at it together. It's 31 foot long. It's a bit longer than what I want. I was looking for something 30 feet or shorter, only because where I currently park, that's the longest that they allow. And that means if I get something like this, I have to get a new parking spot, which is not a problem. There's another area right now. I did see this one online because I remember this couch thingy. So this is the slide, and as you can see the difference in the spacing, this is all open. Not sure what these chair thingies are. This looks like it's a portable table. Yeah, not mad with that because I would remove these and just do away with them. I don't need all of that. Again, it's just taking up space. There's not that many people that travel with me anyway, so I'm not sure what this is all. You can tell there used to be a couch here because the seat belts are here. So I would just take those seat belts out. This area does have seat belts still. Looks like they did a makeshift remodel and probably took out the old couch and put this little platform here. There's no cushion on there, which is not an issue because I can easily get a cushion and put a cushion back here. So with a used RVs, you have to think creatively. What can I fix? What can I not fix? Cosmetic stuff, easily fixable because most people are going to change cosmetic things anywho. So yeah, this is not a major issue. It's a little bit long. I can easily get it cut back a little bit or just get a new RV couch. But this is not a deal breaker, and besides it allows for storage underneath. So not an absolute deal breaker on this part right here. Plus there's storage, and they do have reflectix in the back, which is good, so that cuts down on some of the heat. And like I said, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. No, I'm sorry, 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's super not hot in here yet. They do have thick blackout curtains. What they did was double up the curtain, which was smart, so that you can close it and keep some of the light and the heat out. This is the mattress up here, the bunk area. Looks like there's a sound bar and a TV. Again, this is the cab area. All right, kitchen area. Cute little stove with an oven. Microwave. Storage, I guess, for spices up here. I think I would remove this because it's a little too red for me. I'm not a big fan of the color red. Yeah, they did more reflectives, cut down on some of the heat transfer. Not mad at that. Mirror. I can't do much here because this is the slide, and the slide is going to come in, so you can't put anything here because it would block the slide. So I guess they opted for a mirror. I would probably take that down and maybe just put like a decorator sign or something like there. This does pop up. Some damage on the cabinets, which is not a major concern. Ooh, slide outs. Love a slide out. It's easy to get to. Looks like they have their manuals and some supplies. More storage down there. Storage down there. I have to take a look at this right here. Looks like there might have been some water damage down here, but it's not soft. So maybe it was something that was fixed. But you always want to step on as many areas as you can, especially in the doorway, because it can be soft in these areas right here. It's a little cabinet right here. Then with the fridge. Some more storage up here. Freezer. All right, let's get back into the living area. It's a cute little bathroom right here. Not a bathroom, sink. Here's the door to shut out the bedroom area. Here's what I like. This shuts off the bathroom area, this door right here. And then the bedroom itself has another shut off. So if somebody needs to use the restroom, you can close your door with privacy, and then somebody can still use the restroom, which is right here. Okay. Decent size. I'm not one of those people who need a big bathroom. My bathroom at home is tiny. I get in, I get out. Storage for towels and stuff like that, toilet paper. Decent shower with the skylight, so you have to step up. That gives you full height to come in and take a shower. So not bad, not bad. Sorry for the lighting. There's no light on in here. Medicine cabinet with the mirror. So yeah, since they have a mirror here, I would definitely take that mirror out. And then they have another mirror here, so there's no need for all these mirrors. All right, let's go into the bedroom. They are happy hookers. They have hooks everywhere. Hooks everywhere. And let me explain. In RV life, they tell you hooks are your friends, because storage is a premium, and by having hooks, you can put a lot of stuff, like jewelry, hats, little bags, your keys. So these are the curtains that are regular curtains that they just doubled up, and I'm not mad at them at that, because you can see the light once we open it up. Matter of fact, let's open it all the way up. You can see the difference in the lighting with it all the way open. It makes a huge difference. So those are what we call thermal blackout curtains. So it'll block out all the light. So yeah, there you go. Now we can see. We opened it up. Huge difference. Okay, I'm feeling this RV. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. But I'm not gonna pay full price if they can't come down on the price. Okay. I'm not mad at the fact that they tried to cut down on as much heat as possible with the reflectix inside the storage is there. Okay. And they got the big TV here. Usually there is storage underneath. I'll see if I'm able to lift it, but there's another side table over here with more storage. And again, storage overhead. This looks to be a queen size bed, which is perfect for me. Okay. Linen spa. It looks like it's an upgraded mattress. So I don't sleep on mattresses. I always get a topper and then a bed cover. So yeah, we're not sleeping straight on that mattress. Yeah, there is storage underneath. It's heavy. Oh, that's the water tank under there. But there is storage underneath. Okay. So step down so I can bust my ass. But here, yeah, look at, that's the view. Again, it is a little bit longer than what I wanted, but it has everything I want. More storage there. I love this. Adventures, enjoy life, memories. One of my taglines is tiny budgets, big adventures, lots of memories. So that, is this RV speaking to me? Is this RV speaking to me? Yeah, we're gonna have to check out the numbers on this one and see what kind of information we can get and see what kind of deals we can deal. And then of course we got to start it up It has to run well. So let's look at the specs on this one. Again, I apologize for the noise. So this is a 2016 Coachman Freelander 29 KS. So 31, that means it should be, it's about 31 feet. Here's the specs. One slide, 3 TVs. I didn't see 3 TVs. Did y'all see 3 TVs? I didn't see 3 TVs. I didn't see 3 TVs. A DVD player, satellite radio, microwave, 3-burner range. Okay. So here's the mileage, 47,000 miles, which is not a lot. Yeah, we're gonna hold on to this one and come back to it. But I didn't see no 3 TVs. Maybe it's one on the outside. Look at this, Our Happy Place. They got cute signs. Okay. So yeah, let's we're gonna have to come back to this one for sure. Okay. I found the 3rd TV. There's a small little TV outside, so when you're outside camping, it doesn't come out. I would try to see if there's a possible way to switch the mechanism on the inside to get it to be able to pull out this way, because it's attached to the wall. So there's the 3rd TV with the radio. So this is the outside. This is all the storage areas they have out here. Pretty clean. Storage down here. Okay, they got hubcaps and all kind of shit back here. So we're gonna see what that's all about. So this is a through and through, which is a good storage situation, because that means you can put a hell of a lot of shit back here. So that's awesomeness. Ladder to go up top. Ooh, they have the backup camera installed, which is awesome. That is a good thing. This is where you put your sewer hoses. And it's probably, yep, towable. I gotta figure out what these wheels are for. But what most people do with a Class C, they tow their other vehicle behind them. I don't know if I would tow my vehicle. If I was doing a long haul trip, then I would probably be in the market to get like a small little towable thing, or even mount on the back of here something for maybe like e-bikes or something like that, or a Vespa. But this is the other side. This is where you fuel up. This is where you're gonna hook up all your power cords and your water. This is for if you have cable. And there's more storage underneath there. Close. All right, and this is the slide. We have to see what this is about right here. Don't know what this is about right here. Again, these are used, they're consignment. Most of them are as is, but I just want to see what that is to see if it's a big fix or a little fix. The windows look nice and sealed. This slide has a cover. So yeah, I'm gonna have to seriously take a look at this one. So it recently passed inspection. That's good. So that means we're good for a whole nother year. Or if they just recently did it, I think inspections are lasting 2 years now in Texas. I don't know, but we got to know, at least we know until we got a whole nother year, which is good. Okay, this Ford symbol fell off. That was in the front. I saw there. Not sure what the deal with the hubcaps were. Maybe that one back there. And it does have dually tires in the back. Okay. And that's because it's so big to carry the loads. sure what that is for. All right, looks pretty clean on the inside. These are probably the keys that go with it. Seats are in decent condition. It doesn't smell. It does not smell. So it doesn't smell like mold or mildew if there's water. We got to take a look at this one. Got to take a look at this one more in depth. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Just for comparison. Oh, my voice cracked. Me. Just for comparison. This is a 26-footer, 2006. It's running, I'm not sure if you can see it, for $21,000. I can tell you right now, this would never be one I get because that is not a bunk over cab. There's probably like a TV set up in this area right here. It does have a slide. You can tell it has some wear and tear on there again, but this is all cosmetic. It actually has 2 slides, but it doesn't have the cab over, the bunk over cab. Tell that already. It does have an awning. Yep, see? That's a TV set on the inside. Alrighty. To tell some water damage right here or something. This is so old. It would cost so much money to pull all this out. It is very light and airy for a 2006. I'm surprised. You can tell they did some upgrades on the lighting systems. Not sure what's going on with this. They tried to put a new microwave in. It's the toileting area in the bedroom. Not a lot of room in here. Nowhere to put a TV because this is used to the tube set. Is that what they were called? Tube TVs? Yeah. All right, so yeah, this is definitely something I would not get. They did change this TV out and retrofit it to get this flat screen TV in there, which is a good idea. Yeah, but this is what a $20,000 RV looks like. This is a 2018 32-foot selling for $58,000. This does have the cab over. Whenever I say cab over, that just means there's a bunk over the cab. All right. So it's pretty long. So it does have the slide. There's the bunk. Nice big size bunk. Very nice big size bunk. Cab area, very nicely maintained. Sofa. So this is the type of sofa I was talking about for the other RV. This is something that is doable. A U-shaped dinette, not a huge fan of. I don't need all that space. I don't need all that, but it is what it is. They have cup holders, big TVs, lighting, DVD player looks like. Y'all still have DVDs? I don't have any DVDs. Nice sink. These are not solid countertops. These are like the Formica countertops, which that's what is expected in this price range. Stove. It's a 3-burner. Yep, nice big 3-burner stove. Microwave, storage. Nice fridge. Love the refrigerator. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, I was like, why is it not coming out? Because they have it zip tied. All right, more hooks. Again, hooks are your friends when it comes to RV life. Bathroom. Hooks. Nice bathroom. Okay, it's like a full bathroom in here with a sink and everything. I'm not mad at this bathroom. With a whole closet on the inside. Oh, no, that goes... That's for the entry from the master, the primary bedroom private. I'm sorry. Guess you get your okay. And it has the slides. I love a cabinet with a slide because now you don't get stuff lost in the back. I'm liking that. plenty of storage. Okay, even storage down there. Plugs so you can plug up stuff. They put a caddy in here. Okay. All right. I guess you put, I don't know what you put in this little thing, but anyway. This is cute. Way too long for me. Again, this is another slide that would slide out. The bed would flop down. Then you have your TV. Is there a closet back here? There's a whole closet back here. I have never seen this before. Wow, that's nice. I'm sorry if you can't see. There's a vacuum back there. There's a whole closet back here. I'm gonna think that maybe this is even prepped for washer and dryer, but if not, oh well. This is a whole freaking closet back here. That's cute. If this was in my price range and something I wanted the length, I would consider this. This is cute. This is real cute. So again, this is $58,000. So you have plenty room for the adults with their closet. I'm just impressed with their closet. Don't mind me none. They did double curtains to close off the private. There's not a lot of privacy in the RV, so just don't expect it because it's not happening. I'm sure there was a door here or is a door here somewhere, or maybe the door broke off and they just opted for curtains, which is not an issue because some of the RV doors are flimsy and they break off. So yeah, it looks like there was an RV door and they just opted for the curtain, but that's a good fix. Alrighty. So, what'd I tell you about hooks? Hooks. Storage. Yeah. Okay, not bad. This is a Class B, and it's a 2023, and it's going for $99,000. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I said that right. $99,000. It's a brand ProMaster. I would never get a Class B. This is the cab. Little awning on the top, and this is all you get for $100,000. Storage up here. They did put a little shelving system right here. Why they did this skinty little storage system here when you have this whole space, who knows? I like this bag. What is this? I have no idea. It's a shower. So I guess there's hooks that you might hook up somewhere, or you just stand somewhere and figure out how to take a shower. And the ceiling is super low, and I'm 5'7.5", 5'8", and I'm barely, if you're 6 foot, you're not fitting in here at all. I don't know how this works. In my brain, if this is a showering system, then there should be some place to hook a shower. But anyway, I digress. Microwave, tiny little sink, deep but tiny. Small fridge, and I say small, this is bigger than mine. Nice drawers. Oh, this is the system that tells you what everything is going on. So they're saying the battery bank is at 100, fresh water is at 69%, gray water is 44%. So there's a solar charge. That means there's solar on the roof of the van, which means you can basically boondock, as they call it. Okay, so some lights should turn on if I knew how to turn on the lights, because the solar is There you go. Yeah, because the solar is on. So we're going to keep the lights on for now. This is the bed system. It's a lot of bed. This is all bed. I'm confused. It's all bed. I'm going to assume that it maybe folds. I don't know. But this is all bed. Where do you sit at during the day if you're in here? I mean, tons of storage. Love the storage. Oh, there's the inverter to cook on. And then that's the electric one. So basically you're just gonna come in here and sleep and somehow shower. I don't know. But this is what you get for $100,000. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So turn these lights off and get up out of here. So this is a 2010 road track for $35,500. This is also a Class B. This is the cab. Again, no sleeping on top. A little bit of storage right there at the top, if you can see right there at the top. It has material on the door which leads for it to be dirty and it's hard to clean. It does have the bug screens. Ouch. Low head. Oh my god, I just bumped my head. Yeah, this is a no. There's some water damage there. I guess this is the sun area. I guess these go here to block the sun. A little bit of storage. Oh, hurt. I bumped my head on this low behind door. Put that there. There's water damage. Yeah, you can tell. All of this is water damage. Solid counter, but thin. That's why there's a crack. They try to glue it together. 2-burner stove. Storage. Tiny, world's tiniest microwave. It's a weird type of flooring. And in this one, they have seating back here. And this, I'm sure, converts into some type of bedding system here and a TV. What is this? Okay. Whoa, world's smallest bathroom. Now, I did say I don't mind a small bathroom, but baby, no. This is super small. And I guess the shower curtain will... Alright, so here's another contender. I think the price, I gotta go back outside and check the price. The price is a little bit above what I wanted to pay. Again, I'm not looking to pay or go into debt for something I do in terms of going RVing on the weekends. Sometimes it's 2 weekends in a row, sometimes once a month, sometimes it may be once every other month, depending on my schedule. So I'm not trying to go into debt for something that I'm not going to do every weekend. If I was a full-timer, yes. But this is a luxury, a want, not a need. The cab over is big, super big. TV up there. Again, don't be concerned with the aesthetics. The seat covers, those can be covered. Couch, hate brown, but again, those can be covered. Nice storage. And again, this one has a slide, so you can see the difference in the spacing. Kitchen is tiny, but efficient. You got your 3-burner stove here. You got your microwave over here. You got your sink with an upgraded faucet. I would have liked the one sink, not the one in the middle, but it is what it is. This would probably be something I would look at exchanging or switching out for a deeper sink if the underneath allows for it. Storage on top. Little spice shelf over here. Shelving over here. That is, oh, that's the manual in there. Sorry for the camera action. And basic fridge. Once again, these are used RVs, so they're not going to be perfect. You want perfect hooks? You want perfect towel hook? You got to go buy brand new. Storage underneath there. Plenty of storage. Nice big bedroom. Okay, here's the downside. The bathroom is actually inside the bedroom. So, if I'm camping with Angel, she's out there, or somebody is visiting and they wanted to use the restroom, they would have to actually come into the restroom, into my bathroom, into my bedroom to use the restroom and bathroom. So, is it a deal breaker? Nah. Is it an inconvenience? Yeah. And this should be the toilet area over here. Yeah. Cute, 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 cute. And you see the difference with the curtains from the other one, where you couldn't see the sunlight in the other one, and this one you can. So plenty of storage and more hooks. All right, so this is not bad. This is a contender. I gotta check the price, but yeah, not too bad, not too bad. And this door to this bathroom actually closes the bedroom for some privacy. So there is a bit privacy with that door being closed. However, if you have gremlins and they need to use a restroom, you have to come into your bedroom. But I like the door. I like that. I like the privacy. I like this one. It's not bad. Yeah, I don't know what the price is. Let's go outside and look at what the price is. And this is the outside of it. Awning up there. And this is $37,000. Okay. Not bad for the price. Not bad. These are Axis and a Vega. They're similar. To me, it's a hybrid between the Class C's and those big ass Class A's over there. There's one over here. Those are like tour buses. Surprisingly, these do not have a lot of sleeping areas. They have fold-out couches and all that other stuff, but I don't want to do all that. That's why I want to have the bunk over the cab. Now the Axis, I love them. They're cute because, like I said, they're like a combination of the two. However, they normally do not have that extra sleeping area. That is probably a TV out there. Cute, cute, cute. Cute. This one does have a bunk that slides down, because this is what this is for. It's for the ladder, and these are the mechanisms for the bunk to slide down on. There should be a switch somewhere to make that go down. We're not hooked up to power, so it probably is not going to work, but there should be a switch somewhere. And this is the cab, and you can put a table here. I don't know if these chairs swivel, but the convenience of this is you have a workstation. So let's say if you have a man, I don't, and he's driving, because if I have a man, I ain't driving, and I need to work from home, I could be working from home. All right. And I guess this is all the GPS system and stuff over here. This is the long view. So this bed does come down. And I'm sure the sofa comes out. This is cute. It's surprisingly, this is not a slide. There is no slide on this, but it doesn't feel crowded. It doesn't feel cramped. It does have this extra fold-up thing, which I don't think you need because you got all this counter space and these blackout curtains. And the price on this one doesn't say. Did I say what the price was? I'll have to go back out and look at it. Nice fridge. Plenty of storage. And here's the bed. The slide will come in. This is cute. Home is where you park it. And a little sign on the outside. This is super, super cute. TV. And then you're going to have your bathroom in here. Decent sized bathroom. So you see how it's similar to a Class C. Nice and lots of storage. 2 burner stove, which is not bad, because even if you wanted to use like a electric skillet or a convection, you can put that here. I'm sure there's plugs up there. Yeah, plugs up here, so you can plug that in. So you do have the option of more burners if you wanted it. I would love to see this come down. However, again, we're not plugged up, and I don't know what the price of this is. But this is cute. This is cute. I would definitely have to get used to driving it because it's super wide. Super wide. So that's why I say it's a combination of those buses out there and the Class C's that I was looking at. Let's go see what the price is in here. This is the outside. I'm sure this is a TV. And they have a combination lock on here. I'm not mad at you. Oh, no. That's the electrical system. Okay, then that means there must be solar on top. With this type of electrical setup, there should be a solar on top. And then you see it's running. Okay. All right. And it says it's on. Now I know why they have the lock, because that stuff is expensive. Let me see if I can find the control to lower this bed. That's probably the on. No, it's not. The water pump. Here it is. Raise low. Yeah, it's not. It's there. It is. That's the raise and lower, but it's not plugged up. Okay. All right. What's the price on something like this? $50,000. Not bad. $50,000. Okay. Okay, Access. A little bit out of my price range. And if this is a Louisiana tag, then we have to get it switched over to Texas. That's going to be extra taxes and all that other crap. Yeah. All right, so now this is the Vegas. So that's what it looks like. So we're going to go inside and look at this one, and this one is $80,000. All right, so this is the outside. Cute. This one also has the drop down bunk, which I am loving, but this is out of my price. Not as much counter space. All right, so it has the twin on twin, meaning this is twin, but this part right here flops over and you see it could rest here and make a king size bed. I don't need a king size bed, it's just me. I don't have a king, but if I get a king, hey king. I'm not sure what's going on. This must be this is the bathroom area. Okay, so both these doors open up so that you have a private full, does it go? Oh no, that's as far as it goes. Okay, so this becomes the bathroom. So it's small, but once you open the doors, you have room. However, the stop makes it so that you can't get in the refrigerator. So if somebody wants to go in the refrigerator while you're in the bathroom, it ain't happening. Not happening. Let me fix it the right way. I'm not trying to tear up the people's stuff. All right, cute fridge. All right, very cute. Out of my price range, but If people wanted an option and not the big old Class A's, then this is definitely an option. So let me go into these people's office and see what the numbers are saying about the one that I'm interested in. So, all right, I'll talk with you later. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, comment below, and turn on the notification bell. Thank you, cousins. Have a great day.